Robert George, McCormick Professor of Jurisprudence and Director of the James Madison Program in American Ideals and Institutions at Princeton University. And I'm here with Shiloh Brooks, who is the Executive Director of the Madison Program and a lecturer in the Department of Politics. The program really was designed to serve the interests of undergraduates. We wanted to provide our undergraduates here at Princeton with the best possible civic education, help to shape and form our students to be the best possible citizens of a democratic republic. See it that way?
I do see it that way, and we offer such extraordinary opportunities to the undergraduates. You know, we get to do things at the James Madison program that you can't do anywhere else in the country. One of them is go to the Supreme Court and meet with the Supreme Court justice. We will pay all expenses to Oxford University to go to one of the best universities in the history of the world to read the best that's been thought and said in Western civilization. And we do things, such as provide funding for junior and senior theses on all sorts of different topics that intersect with the Madison program's mission. So, there's arguably no better place to come and learn about the foundations of Western civilization, constitutional thought, law, the American political regime than the Madison program.
I think those visits that we pay to the Supreme Court to hear an oral argument and to meet with the justice every semester are probably the top draw for undergraduates to the Madison program. And students get to spend quality time, as they say, with the justices. 45 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes after attending the oral argument, just in dialogue, private off-the-record discussion with the justices. And then here on campus, we frequently hold teas for our undergraduate fellows, afternoon teas, good English-style afternoon teas, where we feature someone we think our students have something to learn from. And of course, we're going to continue to have those afternoon teas, again, to expose our students to great minds, to great leaders, great thinkers.
Yeah, let me say a word about the great minds aspect. The trip to Oxford is really extraordinary. One of the things that we do, and the goal of the program at Oxford, is to get together with students and call the soul higher at a place where the soul can fly just because of the architecture. But one of the things that we do is we read great books on a variety of topics. So
we in the Madison program look for wisdom where it can be found. We look for wisdom in religion, we look for it in philosophy, we look for it in diverse cultures, and not just in the West. We're very open to learning anything that there is to learn from non-Western traditions of thought, including the great traditions of the East. Nobody in the Madison program is going to tell you what to think. We're not in that business. You have to think for yourself in the Madison program. But we do want to help you to think, as our motto says, more deeply, more critically, and for yourself. We are dedicated to forming young men and women to be independent thinkers, determined truth seekers, and courageous truth speakers. We're going to disagree amongst ourselves about where the truth lies on some very important issues, but we're going to be united in the quest for the truth and in our aspiration to speak the truth as best we understand the truth boldly, even when it's unpopular.
Yeah. And one of the things we should emphasize is that with respect to the undergraduate students, we welcome students from all majors. If you study biology, chemistry, you study politics, great. I go to Oxford and read Plato with chemists, and they're among the most insightful people around the table. And so we don't want you to think that just because you don't study politics, just because maybe you don't have a political bone in your body, you're not at the School of Public and International Affairs, you can't be a part of the Madison program. Anybody can be a part of the Madison program, no matter what your major is, no matter what your eating club is. One of the most beautiful facets of our community at the Madison program is that I come into contact with students, certainly from a variety of different majors, but from a variety of different political persuasions, different eating clubs. And one of the things that I find so fascinating about this is that there are all sorts of vectors of social interaction at Princeton. We're in this eating club together, we're in that class together, we're in this extracurricular activity together. The Madison program has a kind of meta position above all of those. You get the athlete who is a rower with the girl from charter, with the guy from Ivy, with the person who's a chemist, all at the same place. And so the social vectors that typically sort at Princeton don't apply to us. It's a gigantic umbrella inside of which you'll find people from all sorts of places and for all sorts of reasons who are looking for a community that in a way complements and in some sense supersedes the narrowness of those other communities.
And not only do we welcome students from all the different subject matters, all the different majors, we welcome students from every year. You can join the Madison program as a freshman.
Yeah.
You can join in the first week you arrive at Princeton.
Right.
And if you haven't gotten around to joining by the time you're a senior, you can still join in your senior year. You can join in the second semester of your senior year.
If you're interested in applying for the James Madison program, the most important thing is that you're a Princeton student. You could always Google James Madison Program Undergraduate Fellows Forum, or you could visit our website, jmp.princeton.edu. And once you get to jmp.princeton.edu, you'll see some links at the top. There's one that says fellowships. You would click on that, click Undergraduate Fellows Forum, and you'll be taken to an application. And here's the big secret: we don't turn anyone down. If you apply to be a member of the James Madison Program Undergraduate Fellows Forum, we would love to have you. So fill that out. You'll start receiving our emails. You'll start receiving notices of our events, internships, opportunities that we might want to circulate, other special opportunities for students. jmp.princeton.edu.